Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. We are underway from North London. And he returns this to the 22.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A dump off from Mason. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have the Vikings first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Now McCarthy.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Mason.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
To the air with McCarthy.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. From 19 yards away. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
To try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And here are the Browns for their opening drive.
And a quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
Remember when the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point, he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy has had a great career. Not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Ford.
And not much room to speak of. We'll get about 3 up to the 41.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side, and avoids the contact by sliding. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Flacco looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And they'll send Judy in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. To pass, Flacco.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Cedric Tillman
From 17 yards out.
And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. That's some good hard running there as he pushes way forward for about 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the middle they go. It's 4. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd and 4.
Now Flacco. Steps away to his left.
And he is going to have the Browns first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he gets this to the 45. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco
Gets this over the middle to Tillman.
And he gets this one in midfield before he's brought down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Ford. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. This is the tight end, Njoku. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes you just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll hand it to Mason.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Right back to Mason.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
On the screen, this is Mason. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
These two teams all tied after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On the give, it's Mason.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. McCarthy operating from the gun. And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And the Vikings first down.
Partner up in New England, they have a saying for this. Do your job. On 3rd and 2, your job's get 2 yards, period. If you get more, that's great. But bottom line, pick up the first down and keep the sticks moving.
Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.J. McCarthy taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Looking to put a drive together. Flacco. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2 yards to go, second down.
Now it's Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Right back to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Passing play, Flacco.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Flacco throwing quickly out wide. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Vikings 11-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Up the middle they go. 4. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Flacco. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit.
This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Mason Graham
able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Ooh, the juke. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Now Flacco.
This will be caught. Judy.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To pass, Flacco. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Flacco.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit.
This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Looking to put a drive together. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
On the ground again, it's Mason. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now McCarthy. And he is caught. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line.
On play action. Now McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
On the run is Mason. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
From 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
For the extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. That time a 6-play drive.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Shifts by him.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now Flacco. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's 4th. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now 2nd and 5. Flacco looks to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Well, that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland.
Take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. To Addison here.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
At the 40-yard line.
Mason going to get it on 1st down.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
This 2nd and 4. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison.
And the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
10 more yards. Complete to number 3, Jordan Addison. 10 yards on the big.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
3-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bootleg, Flacco. He finds his man, complete. It's 4. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now it's Flacco. This short pass into the hands of the Joker. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Over the middle, complete. That's Carter.
Well, the Browns are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, it's Ford. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Judkins.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On the sneak, here's Flacco. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
Flacco looking to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On play action, McCarthy.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw McCarthy.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
3rd and 12. To the air with McCarthy.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Mason Graham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
The slot man in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep it instead, or run up the middle here.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Passing play, Flacco.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Here's Flacco.
Will get this complete to Tillman.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass.
Pass caught. He's got Tillman.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Cedric Tillman.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll go down as his drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is McCarthy.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Vikings, first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Mason Graham able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here's McCarthy. This is caught by Addison.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Mason Graham.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. First throw now for the backup Wentz. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Mason Graham, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now McCarthy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Mason, 33 yards. And the Vikings have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
The Browns drive about to get started.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
To pass, Flacco.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They run with 4. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that
play? He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Flacco looks to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
This is Ford. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Again, they turn to Ford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Flacco from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco.
And the Browns have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then in like the blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And the Vikings, first down.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. McCarthy off the play fake. Buying time to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this second half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
To the right goes Mason. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This is 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first down, 4. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 9.
Here's Flacco.
Open man, that's Tillman.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Flacco.
Checks it down to Jenkins.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on first down. It's 4th. And boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Flacco.
That's to his running back, Quinshawn Judkins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Quinshawn Judkins from 4 yards out. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
Running left, Mason.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Second down and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Addison will go in motion left. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
In motion goes the tight end.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, good move. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy ready to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7. A quick throw caught out wide by Jeudy.
Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Flacco. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with Mason. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
To the air with McCarthy.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Addison will go in motion left.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mason on the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. And they'll go again with Mason. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Draw play, Mason. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Alex Wright on the tackle there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. There go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead.
48. Browns 41.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Looking to put a drive together. Operating off play action. Flacco. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
At the 47-yard line.
2nd and 9. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he is
on 3rd and a yard.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise I knew was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Setting up a screen for Jenkins.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Setting up to throw, Flacco.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Jerry Judy. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Flacco.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back catches here for Carter.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 23-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now Flacco.
This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's first and goal. Flacco.
It's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown.
Jerry Judy from 8 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Point after try forthcoming. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. This is 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. That's caught by Addison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd down. Here's McCarthy. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here's 1st and 10. Start on the ground with Jenkins. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the Browns getting set to go. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no comeback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Once again, Judkins.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
First OT toss coming for Joe Flacco.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
An inside run with Judkins.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
And out now come the Vikings.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Scott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a 3rd and 6. McCarthy operating from the gun. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London.